Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 2 of our Malakai Makaisson Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are going to have a little bit of a change for any who missed it in the first episode's premiere. Instead of being a cinematic campaign, the early build for this is just having way too many desyncs, so we are instead just going to fight this as normal. So a normal Let's Play should still be a ton of fun here, especially with Makaisson. So I have done a little bit of adding some names on in. I have a whole whiteboard covered in names for both Nurgle and Makaisson's factions here, so if you have any suggestions yourself that have not made it on in yet, go ahead and feel free to leave any suggestions for heroes, lords, and units. Just make sure you do leave who is actually to be named. And if you could, put all those on the very first episode, that way it's easiest for me to find them. It's all good either way, but if you could try your best to put those name suggestions on the first episode, that would be lovely. As far as the names we have added on in here, and some of my own, we've gotten the not targets. We've got the also not targets. We've got the Kritori, the Doomed Legion, for our Doom Seekers. We've got the 13th Axis of Karakadrak. We've got the Demolition Crew Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. We've got the Powderbeards, Malakai's Raiders, the Krakadrak Handshake, Scorched Wings, the Giant Hammers, Grimnir's Fist. Just speaking about Nurgle's faction was all it took for him to make his presence felt. Ambush Sneeze. We got the 99th Cannons of Karak Doom for the final added in for Malakai's army. Also got some names added in for Kevin, the now undefeatable, because we've got the Unsinkable and the Indestructible, so we might as well give him a properly arrogant name. So, in Kevin's army, we've got the Dwarf Warriors that I had thought I named, but I guess not, so if you have any ideas for our Dawi Warriors, we've got Karak Doom's Vengeance for the Slayers we have recruited. We'll grab a secondary unit that'll be also named something about Karak Doom. We'll have the Tavern Brawlers, the Pickaxes of Gromril, Heaven's Raiders, the Crimson Buccaneers, and then the Dragon Swatters. With all these lovely new named lads on in, let's go ahead and smash right into Hell Pit. All they've really got is a bunch of clan rats. Most dangerous units being the Brood Horror and the Mutant Rat Ogre, which we can focus down with our Brimstone guns here. Other most dangerous unit we need to deal with is... So thank goodness you were just a Spellcaster of Plague. That is so much less dangerous to us. Alright then. Let's get to work. Alright. The best approach possible is going to be over here with our reinforcements. Minute 54 on these guys. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't mind that taking a little bit of time, especially because it's going to take us a bit to actually blast holes in the walls here. Could go ahead and set our cannons up. I just don't think they'd have line of sight over the rocks. So we'll just put them in this corridor. It allows them to blast all of the towers here that could possibly hit them, as well as knock down the gates for our reinforcements. So we'll go all three of these lads. And we'll definitely want to deploy them where we can have units defending. Kind of like this. They'll have to move up, won't they? Firing line's not quite as staunch as I would like. We'll have them spread like so. We'll have Snorri Nosebiter. Well, that was the other change. Our Dragon Slayer has been named to Snorri Nosebiter, who was a good personal friend of Malakai in his stories. All their adventures with Gotrek and Felix. Glorious. So we'll grab Felix and Gotrek and have them also defending their own cannon teams. And I think with these guys, we should have no problems. I'll also go ahead and throw in the not targets and the also not targets and have them set up behind. Doom Seekers up front. We can pretty much just set up all of the Demolition Crew ready to go through the gates. The Pickaxes used to, we'll see if they still do, have an extra bit of damage against gates. That may have gone away. Looks to have no longer be the case, which is kind of sad. That was a fun aspect of the Dawi miners. I'm gonna go Pirates on the outside. You never trust the elves. Agreed. And we'll have the Thunderers set up behind the miners. Well, actually, we'll have the Thunderers set up in front. That way, if they spawn in the end, the Thunderers have pretty good armor, so if the demo crew start throwing the explosive charges at them, it shouldn't do too much friendly fire damage. I'm actually gonna have these guys turn sideways to defend one another from more clan rat summons, because my micro against the Skaven is always quite lacking. Let's grab Malakai. He's going to be increasing accuracy with his spyglass for a moment. Let's go ahead and make sure he's with our cannon crews to start. The Scorched Wings. That's everyone all set up now. So let's grab our infantry with the mining crews. Get friendly. You two out of guard mode. All of our rifles and cannons is one, and then I guess the Scorched Wings can be on their own. Sorry, lads. Really don't want Malakai's raiders in guard mode. Everyone else is just fine, though. Alright, let it begin. Go ahead and give him a wallop. We'll drop the ranged munitions on this group of cannons. None of these Skaven are up on the walls at all. Ooh, nice shot. First tower's down already. We're gonna switch to hitting this one. And then we'll just knock down this. Oh, just kidding. They're actually forcing my hand. Now we switch targets. See how many of our own we just dropped. Now, actually, drop out of the sky, please. Just in case. I saw Lionheart drop, I think, 4 or 5 of his own with a single shot, or of his Great Book of Grudges. At one of the campaigns I was watching, I got to watch cannons destroy gyrocopter crews like it was nothing. Get him! Oh no. Well, our mining charge idea has backfired a bit there. Malakai, come on back. Losing either crew? Nope, we're still good. Both of them got exploded a bit. But I think they're fine overall. We'll start moving in the normal lads there. Except for you guys. Before you stay back. Everyone else start advancing. Nosebiter, you come on back over. Here comes the next summon. Go ahead and advance them so they're not getting jumped all the way. Come on, Felix, do your thing. Never gonna lose a few cannons. Mid below summons are quite fun. Alright, allies are in though. You cannons, whenever you can, start moving in and blasting. Well, actually, we'll just probably let that do its own thing. You guys duck over the gates. We'll set his warriors up. You come in over here. Same thing with his pirates. Everyone else moving forward, we should have another summon of Menace Below quite soon. We'll need to be here for it. There they are. All back, lads. Should be able to steer them off pretty quickly. Thank goodness for terror. Dang Skaven. Make sure you guys are up in the air. Would hate to have them on the ground. Meat Radaggers just running around and being a clown, so let's come on back through. And we'll hit them in a moment. There's no rush there. Guys, don't get too far away, otherwise our cannons aren't going to be protected. I'm going to go ahead and have our Dragon Slayer move on in to be with the rest of the crew. He's already tired. Malakai, turn and start ripping some shots. Here comes the next summon. This one should be much easier to deal with. Alright, cannons, you've opened up that gate. Let's go ahead and knock a hole in the wall. These cannons can start doing the same thing at this gatehouse. Bring the other pirates in together. And a little bit of friendly fire there. I think most of the crew made it through. I haven't been keeping count, but I think that's around 4 Menace Below summons. We've got 2 more to deal with. Miners used all their explosives. Yeah, maybe we should stop for now. Dragon Slayer, you just move up the front gates. You keep getting the wrong units, huh? That's alright. Yeah, we'll lose some lads there. As long as we win the battle, losing a few cannon crew is not going to be the end of the world. The other two that are not in the melee fight, you move up and start punching a hole here. You guys fall back. I don't want you getting hit by the throwing stars. Those hurt pretty badly. I think it's time to summon in the Spirit of Grungni, too. Malakai, we've been holding back for quite some time. You move forward. We'll let Gotrek and Felix hold the line back here. Still haven't lost any of our actual cannons yet, which is great. Only a matter of time, though. Get him, Spirit of Grungni. Let's go ahead and drop the hammer, or the harpoon shot on the Mutant Rat Ogre. Looks like a good, juicy target. Hey, watch my harpoon shot, you bullies. Get him, Gotrek. Because he's not quite as scary as Malakai is. Throwing stars are doing their best. Harpoon took about half of the Rat Ogre's health off. You love to see it. I'm just gonna float the Thunder Barge around here. Like, keep exploding all the guys up front. Slayers, get ready to move on in. Everyone else start moving forward. Malakai. Get that rifle cracking on this brood horror, that'd be great. We'll let the miners get back on fire at will. Let them take different positions here. As they do that, I'm going to circle back to see if we're going to have any other issues with our cannon crews. Gotrek, get back here. You and your warriors run way too far. Walls are breached. These cannons are, I guess, unable to fire. Move up to the top of the hill for me. We'll have the miners hit while the warriors go up and over the walls. Let's get through the gates. It's just slow and steady. Leftover cannons. We've got plenty of shots, so while the spirit continues to fly overhead as an angel of death, let's have you all advance and start punching down these towers. Shotguns have been firing the whole time. Wherever they can hit, let's go ahead and pop in the extra speed. Get moving over here, start chasing around Morphic. Malakai is in the middle, which is not where we want him. Why'd you run over here, buddy? It's not quite time for the Slayer Oath. Flamethrower's turn. You through the gates yet? Is indeed. We'll send him after the Night Runners. All of the normal lads come through. I'm gonna send the Slayer Pirates after the Lord there. Cannons start blasting wherever they want. I also don't mind them shooting at the Lord. Give him a bit of a anxiety attack. Oh, you punch right through with the Mutant Ogre. Giant Slayer, that's your cue. Dragon Slayer you are. We'll have the Legion moved in and start ripping through these spears. Yeah, that Mutant Ogre got absolutely destroyed. Gunpowder is so useful. I wouldn't mind you guys just trying to get some shots on this brood horror while it runs around. Hit him with the fire so it's not regenerating. Had Kevin try to start chopping up these Night Runners. Normal warriors come wide and then come in. A little bit of poison ain't gonna hurt too many of us. That brood horror's already gone. Let's bring you up and over. We already lost the Spirit of Grungni. It did quite a bit of damage though. It blasted them up, and all the rats that are weakened are gonna be. I'm just gonna have to deal with here in a minute. Charge on in there. There's no reason to keep waiting. Give him the old gyrocopter bomb. And then we'll have you pull on back. It'll be great when we can start refilling their ammunition, but for now, we don't have that capability. Miners in, and we'll have the Slayer Pirates hang out, use that shot as much as they can. Wyvern Whacker. Get them in. We'll have the normal great axes come through over here. Chain axes, how you doing? Let's bring Delta Squad back. That way we can actually use the chain axes to whirl and actually not do too much friendly fire damage. They're gonna fall on back, and the Kratori going to unleash the whirlwind. Get them. Cannon crews go for the Brute Horror where you can. Malakai, let's go ahead and move on in. Give them the deranged munitions there. Our reinforcing Slayer Pirates, just have them come over and start blasting where they can. Sleepy Warriors, cut some plant rats. Helicopters, best thing to do with them is to send them after different groups so that the Skaven Slave Slingers on the side, so that's what we're gonna do. Get in there, Pistoliers. We'll send them up on top of the wall. We should have enough units in front here that they aren't going to be able to flank. Move in, great axes. Alright, they're gonna try to defend them with their spears, so I'm not gonna mess with that. These cannons are still bothering their lord, who's running for his life. And cannons are having a hard time hitting him, so we'll try to blast into one of these other blobs of Skaven slaves. Got lots of Slayers taking the oath, or I guess fulfilling their oath. Doom Legion, keep blending. How many kills are you guys up to? We've only lost one of them, and they're hit to 191 kills. Alright, we punched a hole, so we're gonna have them stand back a bit. Up on top of those walls there. It's a great spot for you guys. Go Tricks here now. Felix, are you right behind? There he comes. Now it's go time. Doom Seekers plus Go Trick plus Felix. There's a whole bunch of dead rats. You charge into the back of these, it's Skaven Slave Slings. I'm gonna have you move up and start chasing Morphific around, because you should be much better at a fight. Send the Slayers in. Even Slayer's taking a bit of damage, but he's just fine. So Go Trick and Felix after the Wolf Rats. The worst fights go to them. Doom Legion up to 245 kills. I mean, they're just single-handedly mopping up the Skaven, aren't they? And they're not really doing anything, so let's have them maybe hit this piercing tower like I initially asked. The she lads up, we'll move in as one big blob and capture some zones here. You guys still have shots, so let's pull back. He kills you up to Kevin the Undefeatable up to 67, so how charged up is your ward? It's only 23%, so 5 ward save. It's a little bit, but it's not nearly enough. Malakai, an absolute mad lad. Charged on in, getting the repeater cracking. He does a lot of damage. And if he's not moving fast enough, the other cannon's gonna start hitting him. Your job is to defend Malakai. We just got him on the run. Make him extra slippery. Felix, you can cut down the Skaven slaves behind him. Get his reinforcements. They are still Slayers. They don't want to be flanked. Oh yeah, they squirt Fear Musk. That's not you guys. I'm betting this battlefield is quite stanky.
Strike out! Drain them! Slayers!
Slayer pirates come through. Cut down these Night Runners. Gotrek doesn't really have any threats here. Felix chasing off the last of those clowns. We're gonna use the helicopters in melee. We need to stop doing that. They get hit by a friendly cannonball in there. Going straight to the Ancestor Realms. Alright, moving to capture this zone. Makaisson, if you can get some shots onto Morphific, that'd be awesome. Slayers getting rocks stuck to their backs, which is not what they like.
Dwarf warriors, reach fast!
We left our Slayers back here. Let's go hunt down these Skaven slaves then. Warriors that aren't fighting, go snag a zone.
Now you'll stop me.
Because all they're doing is using the cannon, not their cannons, but their towers to wound our own. Or Doomseekers there. I have another way to do it. And you guys just kind of hang out.
Dwarf warriors!
It'd be so great to be able to use your warriors with the shield wall stance, just capturing zones and not really worrying about the damage the piercing tower is going to do to you. I'm thinking as soon as we get rid of this lord here, that's going to be the mass route. Slayer, you get after him. Now we move forward as one blob of doom. Felix is surrounded, he's not concerned. It's just Skaven slaves. We call this padding stats. Was he cutting down 10 of them a swipe? It's not a good time for this Skaven slave, let's actually see. Huge swing, they're at 1-6. Oh, he's only getting 3. He's battering around pretty good though. 5 for the whacker. Looks like these Dwarf warriors got pounded by our cannons. All pirates get in there. Enemy lord's broken and running for the hills. Makaisson, let's go ahead and move on the slings. Buff up the Crimson Buccaneers. Fires keep on them. Clearing the Skaven Duddles is dirty work. They must be talking about their own lads. You guys just hang out here. You've had a hard battle so far. Finn to Gotrek. He and Felix are handling entire teams by themselves. How many are these guys up to? 409 kills. They're doing alright. We might have to punish them for not killing enough. And they break against our wall. That is the fall of Hell Pit. I am going to run down as many of these guys as we can just for a little bit more experience. At least our pirates should be able to keep up. I'll catch you all in a moment. And like that is the threat of Hell Pit. Snuffed on out. 315 we fall in the fighting. Who gains the golden sword? Oh, it's definitely the Doomseekers. 658 kills. And hilariously, they only got 1100 value. Land rats are not worth dirt. They slay so nicely. We are going to absolutely sack Hell Pit. Smash and grab, lads. We are so very close to Nolengrom. How many do we need? Just 300. Perhaps we don't claim Hell Pit. Hit it again next turn, gain another 131 of them. I'll let Makaisson.
Malakai Makaisson.
And we have Fabric Gear over here, but he's likely to just charge into us and fall. Gettich might be claimed by the Skaven.
A little bit of luck and a whole
Pretty good way for us to know. Buildings, -3, ruins, -1. There's no Skaven corruption here at all, which means there shouldn't be any Skaven. If there were, it'd let us know, because there'd be at least some positives. Dragon's Bane, and defeating 800 enemies gives us the Grape Shot. Oh, I can't wait to try that on out. Won't be as good in the siege battles, I don't think. Unless those 5 cannonballs just absolutely obliterate walls.
Engineer.
Cinderblast Cluster Bomb. It's truly amazing how something so small can wreak so much explosive devastation. Powerful explosion. We'll have to see just how powerful.
Greatest inventor.
A lot of times I'm not the biggest fan of the activated abilities where you have to have a line of sight on them and you chuck a grenade at them. It doesn't seem to do that much damage.
Any grudges crossed off?
Any grudges crossed off? Not yet, Gotrek. We will go ahead and grab a Demon Slayer, though, since we are going to be fighting plenty of Chaos Lads.
Innovator.
Sprightly Manling for Felix, and then... hard to hit, too. 12 more melee defense.
Does a win count?
Quite the duelist he is.
Alive?
We'll get replenished troops for Snorri, as well as... go ahead and start working on our control a little bit more.
Killed many. More
Our
to come.
starting province is hurting a little bit. I don't mind a rebellion kicking off, because that means we get a little bit more experience and gold.
Any grudges crossed off?
Kevin, we'll just go ahead and give you Inspiring Presence for a little bit of that passive experience gain.
Gonna need a rememberer for this.
Gonna need to remember. Nope, Felix is the only one. So we'll do with Malachi's. We'll move him to the edge of Hell Pit
Get going.
and camp up.
Time for the pint.
As long as we're close enough to Kevin where if he gets attacked by Fabrigear, it's not going to cause any issues.
No.
Could be.
Gracia, never wrong.
Gracie, you're never wrong. You would think, wouldn't you? I think Quarrelers are a good idea to snag for our secondary army. I also don't really want to. I want to keep this kind of pure and Slayer and Engineer based. We can move through and grab Longbeards to be the new not targets. For 5 turns is a long time. Let's go ahead and upgrade Shucktrocken, and we can grab another growth building over there to further boost that on in. We can worry about getting a lot of our troopers through Malachi's
Explosives expert.
local recruitment here.
Aye.
But we need more Slayers. We have way too many normal Dawi. Let's go an additional Slayer Pirate. We've got lots of those guys. Let's get some normal Slayers. Then we'll also go ahead and kick out these Great Axes.
To make room for artillery.
And by kick out, of course, I mean give them to Kevin next turn.
Bane of demons. Oh,
Well, we can't even recruit them anyway because we're not in friendly territory. Flaming Hell Pit will allow us to grab those guys. We're going to basically replace all of Malachi's troops with Slayers, including our not targets. They'll switch over to Kevin's squad. Having some Dwarf Warriors is not a bad call, but we're going to still go all in on the Slayers and artillery. Fort Stroghoff is making us a little bit of gold, 180. I think would be better use making buddies with the Druzhina.
For the good of our lands, may our pact endure.
We can also hang on to it in case we need an additional trade agreement, because we do need at least one trade agreement. I guess we could break one with the Ice Court and then re-sign it. We need one trade agreement for our adventures with the Chaos Dwarves, for the Dreadquake Mortar one.
bow to me.
Bow to me. You're about to be wiped out. Calm your attitude.
Hunger.
Yeah, for now, we'll hold on to Stroghoff.
Hunger.
Let's save some gold, too.
Doom's taken.
Be sure to put your oath gold to good use, my lord.
Thank you, Dodgy Johan. Elena, what are you up to?
Most prudent.
I guess she was scaring off the Skaven, making sure they don't come over here. We are good buddies with the Druzhina, and she doesn't have any issues trespassing because we have military access, so I guess you're just coming to visit. Oh, she's coming to destroy Hell Pit. I keep thinking we've claimed this already. I might have recorded this this episode a few times, only to have the desync completely ruin things.
Follow it, you.
So forgive me if I get a little bit confused a couple times here.
Change.
Let's have Kevin lead the charge. That way he can stay here.
Doom Chaser.
It's too bad I can't do this without moving. I should have kept Malachi a little bit closer to the Hell Pit. That's alright. Scoot. Bit on in of Gorish. Get out of his big chunky rat. Get out of the way.
To Doom, then.
You move in. Surround the Hell Pit. Decisive win because Elena's coming with.
Die glorious.
Continue the siege. Thank you for your assistance, Elena. Is
Engineer.
greatly appreciated.
Keep that powder dry.
Alright, auto resolve. Be kind.
Let us find
Give
that
all of the kills to our Doomseekers still. And Malakai did a pretty good job. Rack shot Makaisson. We will simply occupy Hell Pit then.
this.
Now we are how many from Nolengrom? So very close. Got Ratcatcher on both Makaisson and Kevin's armies. We got more leadership in fighting Skaven and the Ekrend Miners, which are just miners with 3 sets of blasting charges, which is pretty dang good.
The
got a
past
Slayer
is the
ward.
past.
Less upkeep for all of our Slayers. Who gained that one? We maybe just have one and haven't assigned it yet, so let's give this to Makaisson.
It's no ideal,
Drop that
but it'll
upkeep
do.
down to 167 from 212.
Aye, what?
Well, Malakai, we're gonna have you. How much population have we built up here with? Not much. We need 3 to go for the cargo racks, which is our next build. Then from there, we would probably just save for the rune inscribed frame and grab the propellers. So we've got our heading.
Slayer.
Makaisson, let's get moving.
go. The airship will keep up.
We have 3 turns to get into the final tier and give ourselves a massive Grudge Settler army. So we are going to get extremely aggressive here towards the Winterpire.
A whole lot of black Buddha. Explosives expert.
And what rank are you up to? Makaisson rank 10. Gunsight would be awesome for more range. Let's save, that way we can go down his unique line. I tend to like to try to save skill points once we hit rank 10. How often I actually do it, that depends.
Leave it to me.
Big K. You're a Demon Slayer, I'll just keep giving you a Stubborn
Did you
Defiance.
see that?
We'll work down his
lads?
melee line and then start working on the blue line for that extra research rate.
I'm sorted.
That's
Right.
sorted.
Follow at your
And while you're here, my friend, I don't really want you to recruit anything. We'll just go ahead and switch these names out for blasting charges, or we'll just grab in some blasting charges to hold the line for now. Really good shaft buster. So from there, we'll go ahead and kick out the sparring chamber and Hell Pit. We'll go ahead and venerate the ancestors to help out with that corruption and control. Control is back in order here with the Giant Horn Mountains, just barely, so taking a little bit of a hit to our growth. We could switch this over to veneration, but as soon as we do swap it on off, we're going to be taking that penalty again. So for now, we are going to keep things as they are. Glorious, we need to fight 2 battles in mountain climate. 1 battle with cavalry, which actually Norska has lots of. All of their Marauder Horsemen count as cavalry. And we need to build a mirror factory. We're on it. 2 more turns, we can start another adventure. You can start as many adventures as you want. You just don't want to finish the final battle until you've gotten all of the buffs that you want, because as soon as you do complete it, I don't know if it's intended, but how it works at the moment is once you've completed that legendary battle, then all of the other buffs that you could have gained through the adventures are then locked. Alright, so I think the last thing I want to do is grab... Makaisson, what do you have as far as unique items? You've got the Persuader and then the Eyes of Grungni, which is so good. So maybe we go for a Talisman, Ranger's Pouch, bonus for infantry when fighting against the Skaven that have been good for dealing with Hell Pit there. Grab this Prospector Spyglass for more missile strength and accuracy for everyone in the range. Let's do that. Where's it at? It is a talisman, so the Prospector Spyglass. Yoink. And we'll give this over to Makaisson. Do a bit of saving on our Oath Gold from there because we needed just enough to get the milestone technology. That increases missile strength up to 1,800.
A gift from Grunyi himself.
And the Ancestors' Fury, a vile new enemy, has proven themselves without honor, daring to insult the Ancestor gods to all, listen, not the Urson Revivalists. In a fit of ignorance or stupidity, they proclaim our mighty forebears unworthy of worship, spitting on all dwarf kind with their vitriol. In the name of Grungni, Valaya, and Grimnir, we must punish these petulant fools, grinding them into dirt, ought to prove the divine might of our gods. Boris, what are you up to? We'll just put it in the book. But I don't really want to go to war with Boris's faction. Now he's got some grudges, doesn't he? Absolute clown. You shouldn't have spit on our ancestors. That's a foolish thing to do for those you want to make friends with. Now we've got our quest issued for Garagrim Ironfist, the War Mourner's Retinue. Little Ungrim's son. Who actually takes the Slayer. I think I may have already explained it in the previous, but he takes the Slayer Oath to try to basically absolve his father of it. Dies, and then his father, upon seeing kind of the shame of his son falling, he then takes the Slayer Oath again. So he's got the Slayer Oath for kind of passed down to him from the Slayer, kind of for being the Slayer King, and then the one he takes up on himself when Garagrim falls. So we need 8 Slayer units of any kind. We do that really easily. Not even the hardiest of dwarfs dare meet the gaze of the War Mourner, Garagrim Ironfist, son of the great Slayer King Ungrim Ironfist. In spite of his noble birth, Garagrim is a Slayer, and has taken their bloody oath to the core of his steely dwarven heart. Nevertheless, this Dawi prince has the warriors to spare under his command, drilled and barracked at Dwarfhold of Karak Kudrin. Recruiting some of these units into your army may tempt him back to the battlefield once more, where the glorious death sought by all Slayers can surely be found. They'll unlock him as a hero and give us the Slayer's Axe and 100 Oath Gold. We also need to just grow our forces with 30 extra units.
What?
We've got so many heroes already. Garagrim will be rolling with Kevin. So what we're going to do is kick out the Axes of Krakatrak,
Explosives!
and then we'll recruit them in with the Grudge Settler units, so give ourselves some excellent Slayers, and then like that, Garagrim arrives.
Garagrim Iron Fist.
And he looks glorious, doesn't he? Like your normal... He looks very much like kind of your normal Demon Slayer, but unlike them, got the chain axes and the triple mohawk, and a much more... I guess these are weights hanging down in his beard. That wouldn't be annoying at all. It's got a neck of pure adamantine. He comes stocked with the axes of Kadrin, which gives him an insane bump to his base and armor piercing and weapon damage of 75%, and then 16 more bonus V infantry. So you'd be at 31 bonus for his infantry. That's ridiculous. So fighting infantry, he's going to be up in the 90s. Easily. His trait being the Slayer's Sons, who's got the Hurricane of Death and +5 melee attack for all of your Slayer units in the army. That's pretty great. Pretty great indeed. And he gets wounded if he's slain, because he's a legendary hero. Anything else for us to be aware of on his skills? He encourages lads, that's lovely. Shouting words of either sass or encouragement as needed. Skills, we got the Slayer Oath. I think mirrors his father, one of his father's skills. More speed for our infantry. Army of 1, Slayer of Many gives him a worthy foe, so if there's a terror-causing unit in 15 meters, he gets much more terrifying.
Watch it.
Literally.
I'll make you into a snowman.
I'll make you into a snowman? How does that work, Malakai? We need some ice cannons. Dutiful leader. Less upkeep for all of your Slayers, and then more experience gain for everyone in the entire party. Passive ability War Mourner, so that is going to give everyone in a 55-meter range magical attacks and more damage. Then just more damage for all Slayers as well. Stubborn Defiance is more health and melee hits for himself, and then Slayer of Legend. As he does butcher through enemies, he is going to be getting even more powerful. Sounds good to me. He's got the Experienced Wanderer, Toughened Skin, and the Follower of Grimnir, so I think he can get all 3, where your normal have to dedicate. Maybe that's entirely unique to him.
Prince of Karak Kadrin.
Cool. He also goes down all the way to Deadly Onslaught, of course. Garagrim, go meet your new buddies here with Kevin.
Get to work. No
Get to work.
complaining. Slayer.
Also means we need more Slayers in Kevin's army. Alright, Malakai.
Wish I had my pokies on.
We're at just 2 here, so we can't really build anything I want. We're just keep on sprinting through with him. Using the airship travel would get us to
We could be mighty again.
actually about the same distance. Let's airship travel just in case they do decide to attack us. That way we are in the underway stance. We'll just jump on through. He's not going to like it. How much replenishment do we need? If any. Oh, the raiders are a little bit wounded. I think they'll be fine.
The best boots are Dowie made.
I believe in them. And then what we'll do is declare war on them.
Don't care who you are. I smash your face in.
If you can even get close, Throg. We have some that think you were going to check our overconfidence. We'll see. Declare war on you right away. We need the Grudges to come to us. We've only got 2 turns, so Grudges, come sit up in the Winter Pyre. That way Malakai can smash you all at the same time.
Mangling Felix owes me for saving his ass.
For our next technology. Man, I was saying we were going to go up through the interlocking shields. But just making our Slayer Pirates stronger sounds like such a good idea. Get more range, and then less upkeep. Sorry, warriors. We're gonna go for Vanguard proficiency. Grimm's, Viking's Authority. Making more gold will be good too. But we'll cycle back around.
Attention. Only
First, trying to get
Felix
these
can
Grudges
cross
settled.
the line.
Lair of the Troll King, we will go ahead and chuck in another trinket maker, because it's all buildings in the local province. Everything for here, so Drac, Troll King, and Shrutchalkin should stack up nicely. We go for the Granary as well for more growth. Hell Pit, I'm going to put in the Refactory when we can. So to start off, we go for, not the Exotic Animal Tamer. We'll do growth. It'll be 6 turns otherwise. Good grief. Growth it is.
Garagrim. Who's man enough to
Yeah, we move Malakai a little bit too far away. Such is the way. We'll come on in and get a few more Slayers through Global. The plan is we're going to go ahead and start striking out on the next adventure as soon as possible, so we've got 1 more turn before we're actually able to start it, so we need 2,500 to do so. We can start recruiting in gyrocopters for pretty much free, start smacking into the Chaos Dwarfs. We'll send Kevin that way to start bullying them. We need to kind of secure the mountains, because one of the main legendary grudges here is to deal with... Oh, well done. They're actually doing a pretty good job of securing the realms. So Hell Pit we've already claimed, we just need to wipe out Molder. But as the grudge to deal with the Ungi of Chaos, so Lair of the Troll King, Sarl Encampment, Grayling Moot, this is all of Norska. So if we deal with Norska, we will then get a little bit of a cooldown for the Underway Network, as well as some good grudges. So we'll kind of travel along and use the Norskins as target practice.
My eyesight's superb. These goggles just make it better.
My eyesight's superb. I can't say that one with a Scottish accent. We'll have to keep training. Oh, Eggle, you poor fool. Oh, you haven't even been around long enough to build up any grudges. We've only got 1 more turn to finish this. All we gotta do is hit Winterfire,
Aye, what?
which we can
I'll
do.
figure it out.
Or Norskins.
We'll make it right for the
We're about to
ancestors.
unleash a Dawi-Wa. Oh, there's no one here. Well, we better try out our cannons, don't we? Yeah, we gotta try out our cannons. Let's get them. Okay, so we won't so much worry about our deployment being too proper. Let's grab the cannons. Let's set them up over here. I'm gonna have them being the more frontal units and everyone else kind of ready just in case. Set up into grave shot mode, so it's much shorter range. 440 to 200. Maybe we'll swap in the middle. We'll shoot at them once. Now we wanted to get proper pests in. Can we put our dwarfs in front of them and not have them get shredded? I actually don't think so. So let's go ahead and have a couple of our miners go set up in the woods just in case anyone gets a little bit closer. I don't know if they're going to be able to, though. Brimstone guns are going to be in charge of dealing with the fast movers, Slayers and Doom Seekers. Pirates can sit up front here. They're a pretty scary core. Thunderers will have you kind of come on over here then. That'll do. They hate this whole group a bit. As soon as they come up over that hill, they're gonna get shredded. Normal warriors set up behind. Let the target practice begin. Make sure they're in guard modes and aren't going anywhere. You lads, come on up. Go after these horsemen. You've got no choice. You gotta come on over here and throw hands. Eggle. Marauder Chief. Chieftain of Norska. Put an axe in their face. We've got flamethrowers. It should be a little bit more effective. Gotta watch these. They're gonna hurt a little bit if they get a single shot, so turn and run. Just trying to weaken these skirmish cav as much as we can. They're getting closer. You guys come on back over so we can actually watch proper. Get some cluster bombs in here. Then watch the fireworks. What's a full stick grenade? Oh, it's not. Stick grenades, little helicopters. That's great. Fall back, Malakai. Oh, they're gone. Oh, that's a whole unit gone. Give him another volley. Oh my. No one's getting close. They're done. Malakai started blasting shots towards this chieftain. In fact, let's boost that damage, because that's hilarious. You shoot these guys. What on earth? Speaking of war crimes, Germans didn't like shotguns during World War II. Apparently grape shots just fine, though. Man. And then his army is gone. Gotrek Felix, destroy. We'll be back, they say. I wouldn't after that. Turns out, Valby engineering is superior in just about every way. Good grief. Well, I think that showed off Grape Shot pretty well. 213 kills, 176, and 149, and there wasn't even that many guys here. So they by themselves ended that battle. We'll go ahead and stack the Winterfire, claim those grudges, and get us up to the Nollengrom. Right? 10 Nollengrom, I'll take it. Or a level 10 Nollengrom, I mean. Round 10?
Malakai Makaisson.
Either way, we'll get to show off the insane army we get.
Greatest inventor.
Up the extremely daring Deathblow, and one more, or I guess 2 more levels for Inventor. And such is the way. We'll come on in with Gotrek then and give him a little bit more physical resistance. Felix needs...
It's always good when it's someone else exploding.
I think Felix needs a little bit more armor.
What?
And a Snorri will have help out with our replenishment. Thank you, Snorri. One more turn looks like before we get
A little bit of luck,
replenishment.
A whole lot of black Buddha.
Or you're in the way.
Oh,
And one more turn before we're able to get the extra replenishment and crew growth building. We'll upgrade over here.
Demons.
Kevin's got one more turn before he's got some friends. See if Gergrim can deal with Gorich. The ultimate brawl.
They face a prince.
Ooh, not
and a
this time.
slayer.
Face a Prince and Slayer. And they are superior. Or at least equal to the task. we'll start this adventure. What if we give... Now we've got some gyrocopters. Red Quake Destruction. So does it tell us what's going on here? They've all got their own separate. Detestable Sorcerer Prophet of the Chaos Dwarfs wreaks havoc across the land. So our first one, kill 1,000 enemies with a gyrocopter, fight Sistit, fight 3 battles in a wasteland climate, maintain 3 units of the gyrocopter variety, fight 5 battles against Chaos Dwarves, and then form a trade agreement with Kislev or Cathay. Cool. Kislev is in there as well, but they're a very long ways away. So, Miss Dalton, you will see me burn. Strong words. We'll give you Stroghoff. You behave, and I'll take a trade agreement. And all your money.
Bear's blessing.
Better be careful who you're talking that smack at next time. Alright, there's our trade agreement. So we've got the Dreadquake Destruction mission successful. Thank goodness that Rasputin was cool with, or he didn't like us to start. Well, you guys have also built up some grudges.
How about it, you? I'm ready if you are.
Kislev actions. What has Kislev done to make us mad?
Duty above all.
Because they don't have to do that much. We need some aircraft for our next adventure, so we'll give you... I'd say we'll give you a unit of brimstone guns.
Sharpen our own axes here.
We sharpen our own axes here, and then we'll get Malakai some... the others. So I guess not targets, and the also not targets you're going to go ahead and get gotten rid of. Thank you for your service, lads.
Engineer.
Oh, we're not in this is what I did last time, too. Not in friendly territory. Well. See, that's an issue.
See that, lads?
Bring it on, Asavar. Bring it on, Asavar, that is. English. Our mistakes are shattering my fortunate mind. So we'll skip through all of the unassigned skill points, and we will see how this intern plays out. I can't wait to see what kind of army we get. It won't be as strong as the one we have with our Thorgrim stream, just because we don't have his same skill tree, but we will find out. Alright, Throg and Asavar march together with the settlement garrison. I'm close enough to the settlement? That's unfortunate. See, what Throg doesn't realize is that we have rape shot cannons, so I fear him all of 0. We will get to the battle against the hordes of Wintertooth here in the next episode. For now, I'm going to be out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by the second part to our Malakai campaign. If you enjoyed the episode, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne. See you all in the next one.